Welcome back to the Slippy Limpets video. We've made a trip up north, taken a little bit of a gamble coming to this mark, mainly because there's a strong southwesterly wind blowing and this mark faces direct southeast. That means that there's potential for quite a strong crosswind, but I'm taking a bit of a gamble because I've not fished it in these conditions and there's quite a big cliff behind me there, which I'm hoping is going to give us a little bit of cover. It seems alright at the minute. Every now and again a strong gust comes through, but it should be manageable. Now, I've never fished this mark in the winter, and basically so far this winter I've been trying to catch cod. I've had a few pollock, which is great. I've had loads of coalies, but unusually for this time of year I've not had any cod or codlin. So I decided to try this mark. It's not the deepest of water, which is what I normally aim for, but there's a lot of structure here, and I've caught some quite nice kelpies. Hopefully I can catch one of the residents, because it's been 2 months now without us catching a codlin on lures, and I don't know why, but I got the bit between my teeth for that. So enough yabbering. I'm going to start chucking my usual metal, although I'm not going for 40 gram, I'm going to try 28 gram. Big boulder there, which you can probably see. And then just to the left of it, there's like a channel that runs from that boulder to sort of there-ish. And then there's a massive reef. And then in between there, I've got a big boulder here and a big boulder here. And it's really difficult to get your lure up and over that, which is why I normally fish a soft plastic here. But I'm going to perch on this rock down here and hopefully get between these two boulders and cast towards that third boulder there. Hopefully there's fish lurking around, so let's get casting. Right then, let's go. Didn't actually see where that cast went. I think it went a bit too far left. It might be alright, still seems to be sinking. The times that I have fished here, I've realised that the ebb seems to be better, so I've got about an hour and a half before, oh, that's a cast, before the ebb. It's also a building tide, so I think the tide this morning was a 71 coefficient, and the tide this afternoon is a 73. For this type of fishing I don't like massive tides, I don't know why, I seem to do alright on the medium to small, but always do better when it's building, so things are looking good, hopefully. A little chilly after the approach now. So for my tackle I've got a 15 to 50 gram 8'3" Tailwalk Hi-Tide SSD, which is pretty heavy, but it's kind of required when it's really windy because you just cannot fish light lures. Got 2,500 size Daiwa BG mag sealed, and on that I've got, again, pretty heavy, but 20 pound Tasline Elite 0.6 PE with a 22 pound fluorocarbon leader, I think, tied with an FG knot. Oh, I thought I was on there, but that was just the seaweed in front of us, that big structure. Stuck a single hook on, which I normally do, to be honest, and it's working really well getting through this kelp. As long as I don't strike when I feel that I'm snagged and mistake it for being a fish, and I seem to be able to just bounce it out nice and gently. Oh, that's a big gust. Whoa, that felt like a hit on the way down there. Well, I've had a few casts well, more than a few with this metal. And I've had what I think was one little hit. It was probably from a small pollock or a coley on the way down. So I'm going to make this the last cast because the wind's picking up. It was really nice when I arrived, but now it's the gusts are becoming more frequent and I'm getting a bit more of a bow in my line, so I'm going to stick a soft plastic on with a lightish lead weight while I still can. And I want to do that because fish light, because the water's murky, and I want my lure to have as much sort of hang time, or slow the sink rate down basically, and have as much hang time in the water column. So if there's anything, if it's going past anything, it's got more chance to hit it, rather than just sinking like a stone and looking unnatural. Normally metals are a good bet, but a couple of trips ago the soft plastics outfished the metals by a long way. But unfortunately I left those particular soft plastics somewhere. I thought they were in the car, but they're not. Shouldn't leave home without a fish crazy eel. What a mess. Don't know what that is. 18 grams of the body. Or is it a biscuit or something along those lines? I like the colour. I normally find blue works quite well in murky water. Oh, I do have a crazy eel, although it's only 10 grams, so it's probably a wee bit light for today. Right, well, I think I'm going to throw this. Never used it before. Let's see how it goes. Cormorant keeps diving over there and coming up with little orange fish. I wonder if they're wrasse or codlin, or maybe baby pollock. So there we go. I think it's a 360 biscuit or something along those lines. I'm not sure. Just one of those random impulse buys you get when you go to the tackle shop. Oh yeah. Might be a bit too light with being a paddle tail and casting into the wind like this. Temperature's really dropping as well. Really doing it for us, this lure. I don't think I can cast it. Every now and again I get it just far enough to get into cod hole or the fish hole. I think what I might do is take this lure and chuck it to where that cormorant was diving. There's not a huge amount of water to go for, so I don't need to cast far. So and if there's some bait fish around, maybe there's something bigger lurking. Yep, just over to that rock. There's a big rock here, which is a lot of it submerged, and then a really deep gully here, and I'm just trying to cast in between the two. It's a bit tricky with the size of the swell and the smooth rock. I actually don't think this lure's going to last for very many casts into here. I had a feeling that was a bit too close to the structure, but I was trying to be smart. Snapped up my lure clip. Nice one, don't have to tie a new leader. So it's 1:15. Got another 45 minutes until slack water. I've had a lot of luck for cod in the past in slack water, so I'm hoping, as we are always hoping when we're sea fishing or fishing, that slack water might be the key for a slow day so far. Either that or the old faithful slider, grass minnow, which is on a 1.0 Van Fook hook, which are insanely sharp and stay that way. Unfortunately, I don't have a 20 gram cheb, which I think would be ideal, and probably the maximum weight I'd like to go, but I'm going to have to go with a 30 instead. Should be alright with the wind, but just sink rate would be a little bit too quick. Cast nearly as well as that metal. We're running out of fishing spots here with another 45 minutes of the tidal push, at least. Been chucking this around for about 15 minutes. I'm pretty cold, so I'm going to stick another layer on, I think. And I might do something unusual for me, and that is stick a massive lure on. I've been carrying these around for ages. Kindly got given some from the lure tank. So I'm risking of getting wet feet here. So there we go. Lure tank lure, 4-row Gamakatsu hook and a 30 gram cheb. These are really dense, so pretty heavy. Never fished with a colour like this before, but when things are going slow, I'll give anything a shot. God, that tail moves some water. Well, dolphins again. It's the third session in a row I've seen them. Oh. Oh no, yes. Pulled it through the weed. Bent my 4-row out. I can safely say that Van Fook is stronger than Gamakatsu. If this hook will bend out for the third time. Nah, that was rock. Literally just put that metal on after losing the lure tank lure. Well, the wind's really howling now. My luck's run out, I think, in terms of the weather, so I've gone for a 40 gram metal, which ironically doesn't cast much further than the 28. There's another massive pod of dolphins way offshore there. But I think what I'm going to do, I'll fish slack water and then an hour of the ebb. It's slack now, and if nothing shows up, then I'm going to move to a different mark where I can access deeper water I'm not fishing in kind of an enclosed bay because it's not doing as much good, and I've got a theory which I don't know is right or wrong. When there's swell running, the fish don't come closer in, stay further away from all the sort of onshore structure. So I'll go to a mark that has some deeper water, less structure, but more chance of getting a coley. Wind is a killer. Well, that's me. I think I'm going to admit defeat. I've been fishing for what, 4.5 hours now, and not a single hit. I was thinking of going to a different mark like I mentioned earlier, but I can see, you probably won't pick it up on the camera there, but there's a sort of dance there, so I'm guessing that it is, there's a rope right across the mark. So I'm going to wrap it up here, pack up. It's always good to get the first blank of the year out the way quite early. I'm really surprised that I didn't even get a clue. But I really enjoyed it. It's nice to stretch your legs and get out and battle against the elements and hopefully, and try and get a fish. Do what you can, you know. It's I think I'd get bored if it was always easy. So first blank's out of the way. Hopefully that's the only one for a little while. Next week we're going to get in amongst the fish for sure. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry there was no fish. Can't help it. If they're not there or they're not biting, then I'm not going to catch them. So it is what it is. But please leave a comment and subscribe if you haven't already. That'd be fantastic. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. So thank you very much for watching. If you've got this far, and until the next one, tight lines. Yeah, that's what the sunshine looks like.